Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Right, if you haven't done so already, please remember to smash the like button, the big thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. Australian Open, day 6. And we still have one match still going on. You can see here Cilic versus Rublev. Cilic actually 2 sets and a breakup against Rublev, which is and would be an upset if he gets through this Cilic. He is a 27th seed, but Rublev is the number 5 seed. So yeah, that would be a huge upset, especially if he does it in straight sets. But that looks like the way it's trending so far. In terms of the other matches going on, as we see how that one pans out, Alex de Minaur, the Australian, came through against Andrey in straight sets. Sinner beat Daniel in 4 sets, the impressive young Italian. Dan Evans, unfortunately, not able to carry the UK flag any further throughout this Australian Open, with FAA getting the job done and looking definitely better than he has done in previous rounds, winning 6-4, 6-1, 6-1, so a double breadstick there as well. Medvedev getting it done against Van der Zandschulp, who he faced in the US Open quarterfinal, winning in straight sets. He marches on, and Cressy again beating one of the home favourites in O'Connell in 4 sets. In terms of the other matches, Pair lost to Tsitsipas, managed to take a set off Tsitsipas, though. Tsitsipas has been winning his matches and winning them okay, to be fair. No real issues. I think the only issues he's had is I think he's dropped maybe 1 set each round so far, and it's always been a tiebreaker. And he just, maybe that's something to look into, the fact that he's not winning the tiebreakers, but in saying that, he's getting the job done winning, and that's the main thing, right? So good win for him. Batista Agut lost to Fritz, which was my prediction, actually. Fritz bageling RBA in the first set. Look at that 6-love. And then you can see there just a break of serve in each of the other sets, but Fritz managing to get it done. He looks like he is playing some very good tennis, and he has Beretini next, so that will be interesting. In terms of the women's, Cersei, you can see here still going on as well against Pavlyuchenkova. I actually backed Cersei to win that. She's a set up, but a break down in the second set, so that looks like it's going into a third set. Swiatek versus Kasatkina. Swiatek getting it done in straight sets, a good win for her. Kasatkina is dangerous. Sabalenka won. Again, look at this. I mean, how many double faults did she hit? 10 double faults. She just is hitting a lot of double faults per match. Look, again, losing the first set. She's done that in the last 2 rounds, but then went on to win. It's almost like she needs something to really wake her up and jolt her into action to then start playing her better tennis. It's interesting to see how she goes in this tournament. These courts are pretty good for her game. It's just she hasn't been playing that well. But let's see how she goes. Kanepi versus Inglis. Kanepi winning in 3 sets, and a little bagel there as well. Mertens beating Zhang in straight sets, a good win for her. And Halep beating Raducanu's conqueror Kovinic 6-2, 6-1. Cornet beating Zidansek in 3 sets. Good win for Cornet. She carries on after winning against Muguruza, which is a fantastic win. And Thorsen, who upset Kontaveit, or Kontaveit even, lost. She actually won the first set against Collins 6-4, but then went on to lose the next 2 sets, 2 tight sets as well. But she's one to look out for in the future. Right, let's go into the matches tomorrow then. Apologies as well for not doing any streaming for day 6. Just needed a break to refresh, and we will be doing hopefully 3 games tomorrow. And most likely it will be some of, at least most of Zverev Shapovalov, which will probably be Vanu. And then for me, Barty versus Anisimova, and also then Berettini versus Carreño Busta. You can see there. So those are the matches we should be covering. Nadal Mannarino, I'm kind of, yeah, as you can see, that's 3 a.m. my time. So if I want to do multiple streams, that will take a lot out of me to do Nadal Mannarino to stay up. But we'll see. I'd like to do that because obviously he's the biggest name playing tomorrow. Well, arguably Zverev in terms of seedings, but in terms of actual player, it will be Nadal on the men's side. So as you can see here, Mannarino versus Nadal. I'm going to go with Nadal, my boy, but I don't know. Honestly, Mannarino's been playing some inspired tennis. He beat Karatsev yesterday and looked good. He looked very good, to be honest with you. He's a very tricky player. Nadal's going to have to be patient when playing Mannarino and try and outmaneuver him really in big points and serve well. His serve does look like it's popped up a little bit, but again, that's in comparison to last year. I think it's probably around about where it was at his optimum state, I guess, in 2019, where it looked like it was at a very good place. some slight tweaks and hitting that flatter serve out wide, especially on the juice side to the forehand. And yeah, I mean, there's some improvements there for sure. Zverev Shapovalov is a really interesting matchup. Of course, I think for me, probably is it the most exciting matchup of tomorrow in the men's? Probably. I mean, PCB and Beretini is a fantastic one as well, to be honest with you. But I think Zverev Shapovalov, I've got a feeling that Zverev will get it done and get it done quite easily. I think he might win that in straight sets. I just think Shapovalov's returning has been quite poor. It's a huge part of his game he needs to improve. And Zverev, if he's serving how we know he can, then I think it's going to be a very hard match for Shapovalov. The serve return dynamic there is just a nightmare for Shapo. Kecmanovic versus Monfils. I'm actually going to go with Monfils. I think he's playing really well. Kecmanovic, though, has been in great form as well. But I'm going to back Monfils. And if he does obviously win, he'll get through to a quarterfinal, which would be fantastic to see him in a Grand Slam quarterfinal for the first time in a while. PCB versus Berettini. It's a tough one. I think Berettini played 5 sets. PCB also has had some grueling matches in the past. I'm going to go Berettini, but I think PCB, I think it's going to be a 4 or 5 setter, honestly. I think it's going to be a really, really tough match to call just because PCB has that absorbing qualities. And then in terms of the women's matches tomorrow, we've got Madison Keys versus Badosa, which is an absolutely stunning match. Cannot wait to see that. I'm actually tempted to do that stream as well because I think it's going to be a really, really good watch. Really big hitting from both. And then we've got an absolute cracker in Krejcikova versus Azarenka. I mean, that's a fantastic matchup. Again, for Madison Keys Badosa, I'm going to go Badosa, but a lot, I think, hinges on how she's feeling physically. Obviously, she's carrying a little injury, I think. Keys is so dangerous. So I wouldn't be surprised if she causes the upset here. But I'm going to go with the more informed player in terms of the last few months and go with Badosa. Krejcikova, Azarenka. I'm going to go Azarenka. I think Krejcikova, though, she's quite underrated, especially on the hard courts. She's got a very good game, but I just think Azarenka loves playing at Australian Open. I think she's so dangerous. Pegula Sakari, I'm going to go Sakari. I think she'll have too much energy for Pegula. And then Barty Anisimova, obviously Anisimova beating Osaka in the last round and looked really strong. I mean, huge hitting from the baseline. But I think Barty will have a bit too much in terms of just skill set and ability in the locker to put Anisimova away. I think it could be 3 sets, but I think Barty will get it done, to be fair. But some fantastic matchups for tomorrow. So that's my predictions for tomorrow and also the review of day 6 and preview for day 7. Of course, we will be coming up to the quarterfinals from Tuesday onwards. I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you very much, guys, as well for tuning in. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And do keep an eye out for the streams that we will be doing tomorrow. We will be doing, as I said, probably 3, if not 4 streams. So that is the idea. But 3, I think, pretty much locked in. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you on the next video.